Hi folks, and welcome back to another Travels of Red Rover. I'm Shawn.
And I'm Corinne.
And where are we tonight, Corinne?
We're in Joshua Tree National Park in California, and we have selected a sunset location called Hall of Horrors.
And this is an absolutely beautiful location. Lots of big rocks spread out throughout the area with very large Joshua trees.
It's a very popular climbing location. They have a good parking lot and a restroom, and there's some great boulders and big rock tumbles. So it's very iconic of what you can see in other parts of Joshua Tree Park.
So it looks like we're going to have some fun. It's another really windy night. Hopefully it won't get too cold too fast, and we'll be able to get some photographs before we get half frozen.
And we're hoping that the few clouds that we can see in the western sky might last to sunset.
Well, that might be nice, but I've been out here and played this game long enough to know that those clouds could easily disappear before sunset.
Yeah.
So if it happens, fantastic. If it doesn't, I'm not going to be too worried about it.
I noticed there's a few less clouds now than when we first arrived.
Yeah. they tend to get you all excited, and then just as you think, oh, this could be possible, they start dissipating really fast. It's kind of the curse of the desert for the photographer.
Keep our fingers crossed.
Keep our fingers crossed, yes.
So I'm over here near the Hall of Horrors rock mounds. I've gone a little to the west, and the sun is just about ready to set. I found a really nice patch of a whole cluster grove of Joshua trees. And so I found one that's fairly prominent that I've made in my foreground, and then I've added a bunch of the more distant ones in the background, and it gives more of a view of a grove of trees as opposed to a single tree. Let me show you. Here's my Joshua tree, the big tall one, and it's got arms set up nicely silhouetted against the sky. And if I pan, you can see that there's a whole bunch of other Joshua trees here in the vicinity, making up a little forest or grove. And so what I've been working on is making this large one here that's silhouetted quite prominent in my picture, and allowing the other ones to show that it's in part of a much more dense grouping of trees. So just looking at the back of my camera here, here's my photo. You can see that I've got my main Joshua tree set up on the far right, and then a whole bunch of the other ones are slightly lower, but still showing the context of it. So I think that's coming out pretty well, but it is starting to get very shadowed on the ground below, so I'm just about past time of being able to do this shot. My settings were ISO 100 and f/16, and I was on aperture priority, and I'm using my 24-105 lens. I'm pretty close to this tree. Well, the sun's gone down behind the mountains over to the west, and just after I showed you the context of the one Joshua tree in the grouping, I found this really cute pair. Shawn was talking another day about how looking at the trees and plants in context with one another and how they're grouped can be quite interesting. And this pair here look like they're in a little dance, and I've got them highlighted against the sky. They're just silhouettes because the sun has really got a bright sky over behind them. But I think they look really interesting together. Let's take a look. There you can see my pair. It looks like one is reaching out to dance with the other one. So I think they're a really cute combination. And maybe if we get a little color in the sky in a few minutes, they'll be even more interesting. So we are getting lucky with a little bit of pink cloud up there in the sky, just behind my pair of dancing Joshua tree. And hopefully we get a nice, pleasing color and composition out of this combination.
This is really one of my favorite types of shooting locations. I literally have gone from shooting away from the sun, shooting back almost perpendicular to the sun here, by literally turning around and facing the other direction. Now what we've got here is this beautiful pile of rocks way down at the middle of the shot, way in the distance there. Some beautiful cloud layer that has just a lot of shape and definition into it. And then these beautiful Joshua trees in the sort of go down each side of the shot, and then the black bush kind of in the middle, center middle of the shot. So it's a very nice, somewhat complex photograph with lots of elements, but just really, really pretty shot. So I'm bracketing this shot and essentially going to put this together as an HDR, primarily because the stops of light from the darks to the lights are just too large for me in this camera, so I need a little extra help. Now I'm going to show you on the back of the camera here. This is a representation of the JPEG version of putting the shots together. I probably will lighten up the rock in the middle quite a bit more when I actually develop this shot, but I thought it would give you kind of an idea of what this might actually look like. So as usual, our clouds are starting to dissipate, so I'm playing around here trying to get this same rock formation with the Joshua tree and try to get some nice light behind both the trees and the rock. Now this is an HDR version of the photograph, and it is really a highly stylized version. I'm using what's called Art Bold in the Canon's HDR, which gives it sort of this look. I don't know if at the end of the day when I put them together in Lightroom whether I'll have them look quite as stark as this. The other thing I've done is I've taken the white balance and moved it down to 5500. I'm trying to keep the sky as blue as possible. It was starting to turn quite purple on me, and I didn't really want that to be, I didn't want a purple sky since it's clearly not purple. So anyway, playing around, waiting for sunset, but I have a feeling that my beautiful sunset, my beautiful clouds are all going to disappear on me, and I think these might actually be the nicest shots that I get tonight, but we'll just have to see. It's been a really busy hour or so here as I'm trying to capture the last of the color in order to get finished off for the night. It's starting to really dissipate now. The pinks are pretty much gone. We got a little bit of peach at the horizon that I'm still working with here. And I'm going to show you that right now. If we go here, that's how the picture looks right at the moment. It's very silhouette-y. I'm using a lot of HDR to kind of bring it up a little bit, and we'll just have to see how that all comes out. And we'll probably talk to you in a little while. If not, we'll probably do a wrap-up in the morning because it's getting very, very dark. Hi folks. Well, as you can see, we are back in the van.
And it's dark outside.
It was a great evening this evening. We had just a lot of fun out here at House of Horrors, or
Hall of
Horrors.
It was busy when we first arrived, but the crowd's mostly scattered towards sunset. We had lots of photo opportunities, and I don't think we covered half of them.
Oh no, you could come here 100 times in a row and probably not take the same picture twice if you thought about it for a moment, because it was just incredible number of composition opportunities and so many different potential light areas. It was really quite startling.
And we got lucky with a little bit of cloud and a little bit of sky color. So.
Yeah, that was fun. That's the first time that's happened since we've been here, so that was kind of a nice bonus.
The one thing was that we both struggled with using our filters last night.
Yep.
They just didn't quite give the graduation in the sky the way we expected, and so we both opted to either try HDR or work without filters, and I think even still we got some nice color.
Yep, I think that's absolutely right. It was sometimes when the cloud is sort of dense around the horizon, but not very dense where you are, the sky up above the setting sun or the setted sun can go quite black, and that was really the case last night. It was just really, really black. Well, we sure hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give us a thumbs up.
And if you'd like to see more of our videos, we hope you'll hit the subscribe button
down there. And as always, if you want to know when we release videos, hit that bell button, also down there.
And we like to hear your comments and thoughts and share any experiences you've had from locations similar. So just put a comment in the section down below.
And if you'd be so kind and you enjoyed this video, please share it with your friends. Until next time, bye for now.
Bye for now.